Right, so I managed to get it out of the mold quite easily. So this is it inside the mold, well, wrapped around it. Now I can see that I'm going to have a very hard time pushing this out, which I suspected anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try, but I don't think it's going to work. First and foremost, let me just cut this back up to this is aramid, so it's very difficult to cut with a pair of scissors. These are well, they've been sharpened, so the microserration is off, but they're quite good scissors. Let's try with a blade. Got a blade here. I might be able to trim this back up to the actual wing joiner itself. Right, so I've trimmed it back up to the wing joiner. Now I can see that it's loose, but there's so much surface tension. I mean, I can get the blade in there quite easy. And I can get it in there, but there's so much surface tension between this and the joiner itself that to get it to just slide loose is going to be well nigh impossible. So I think I can try, but I don't know if it's going to work. Just want to trim this back to the actual joiner. So now it's the same length as the joiner. And I can see there's definitely, it's not stuck, I mean, in terms of the release agent, but the surface tension between the joiner and the inside here and all the release agent is just too severe to get this to slide out. And this is not longer, so there's no way to grip on to pull or anything like that. So I'm just going to cut through. Now this is the double over side, so I'm going to do it on the other side, which is not doubled over. So I'm just going to take a blade and a ruler and just down the center, just cut through to the we've got through there. We'll see, we'll have to keep checking. Yep, we'll go through most of the way, a few little places. My little arrow is apparent here, so I can tell this is the narrow end. There we go. So now the surface tension is, I can relieve the surface tension much easier. And hopefully, where's the arrow? The arrow's on that end. There we go. So there, now this can slide out. So now, because this is going to get glued to the main shear web anyway, I'll be able to CA this joint back together. What I'll do as well is I'll wrap another layer of 106 glass maybe around it, or just glue a strip of glass onto that. the next thing I have to do, of course, is also remove the this is the 2 layers of flash tape that I put on prior to doing this whole thing. And one of the reasons why I like the flash tape is that, unlike the buff tape or the box tape, when you peel it off, it comes off as a piece, one piece sort of thing. Okay, a little overlap piece over here. Right, so there's my actual joiner, and that's sounding quite hard. So this thing is going to be super tough and super strong, and this is a blade joiner, 10 millimeters thick, about 40 millimeters, 38 I think. As I say, it's parallel from there to there, and there's the little arrow, and then it tapers a little bit, and this one tapers on that end. So this should just slide in there without any difficulty now. So this can slide in and out. Yeah. And obviously this now, the joiner itself will stay as well, but the box will be cut in half, and one half will get glued into one wing and another half will get glued into the other wing. There we go. So that's my joiner box and my joiner itself. There's the two components together. Nice strong, that's the score line from when I cut it. Very, very strong joiner, easy to make, box easy to make. All you need is a few layers of carbon here, and this is, let's just go back through it again, it was biax. On the outside 45-45, then 2 layers of UD running in this direction, another layer of biax, another layer of UD, then the core, and then that was the same mirrored on the other side. And there you go. So very strong, exceptionally easy to make, just a little box you can make out of super wood. This is PVC foam board. It's basically the new super wood nowadays, or the MDF board, as some people call it. Right, there we have it. A joiner and a joiner box. Joiner box can get glued into the fuselage, into the wings, cut in half, one for the inner panel, one the inner panel, outer panel, and as I say, I've got my little arrows, so I know which side goes which way. There's my little arrow there, there's my little arrow over here, so I know that this end goes in that end. It's important to know that, otherwise you could try and put it in the wrong way around and stuff like that. So there we go, one joiner and joiner box made. This material, by the way, is aramid polyester. You can use pure aramid, you can use glass with an aramid wrap. There's hundreds of different ways of doing this, but aramid is a very nice fabric from an impact resistant point of view. That's why I like to make joiner boxes out of it, and it's exceptionally light, and thin, nice thin walled, and built in a little box. It's nice and easy to do. Thank you. I hope you learned something. Hope this was useful, and I would sure like to see your guys' projects shared on the group as well, not just your completed builds but your actual builds themselves, so you can share tips and tricks and your knowledge with us all. Thanks very much.